So Google Maps. Google Maps is a good thing to use for any kind of geo-tracking, right? Yeah, and the other thing I did was I used Indeed Jobs to look for companies that were hiring for the same stuff that we're looking for. I can't see because my camera is. Let's look at Indeed Jobs. So yeah, if I'm looking for anything, I always use the diesel mechanic as an example. If I'm looking for a diesel mechanic in, oh, I don't know, I've done this before, Dublin, Ireland. I just use this as an example because I think it's hilarious. I used to look for diesel mechanics. Well, actually, a friend of mine used to look for diesel mechanics all the time, and this is how we would get around it. But you've got all these shops, okay? Like literally anything.
It's so obvious that it's like not obvious anymore.
If I'm looking for an E&T in Dublin, Ireland, like I was thinking about it, I'm like, gosh, I'm so stupid. So all I got to do is I actually built a scraper to scrape Google Maps to get all the companies that were related to tech. Well, okay, if we're doing this, let's see if there's women in tech stuff around here. Let me just throw this out here because I haven't done this. This is all live sourcing. Let me see if there's any women in tech. National Women's Council of Ireland. Okay, Technology Ireland. Look at that. Now you're going to have to dig through these, but if I was to do it in something like, let me do something in like New York. Look at that.
Yeah. Well, like this is the stuff I like to remind people of too. Like I brought this up in my talk about trans inclusion at SourceCon this year, where like one of the places to think about sourcing LGBTQ talent is like, well, look for your city's like LGBT community center if they have one, or like those kind of like local research, local organizations, because like beyond just like finding people affiliated with that or things like that, like they might literally be hosting a job fair, and so it's like, okay, we can put pronouns in our search strings, or like, build a bunch of Boolean, which is super great, and then also forget that like if we just go on Google Maps and find a mechanic, like they have a phone number. So
like for tech, especially the Grace Hopper program, I mean, that's a great resource, and it's more about putting the pieces together.